I suggest you study this.
All souls are one single consciousness, but are able to live and observe through different states of being if they so choose. Keep in mind this is one consciousness that chooses to observe itself through different manifestations. Even our thoughts and feelings are created by this individual consciousness that is living with us. Living with that which you come to identify with as yourself, but come to realize is not the you that you think that you are, but is created by the same individual consciousness that you essentially are. Could you follow that? In death, the soul goes back into the unmanifested, or home. This is an empty space that can be described as nothing, or the void. No memory or knowledge is held from the time spent in this realm as an individual, yet knowledge of being is present. It is here you are free to create. The moment that you manifest something into the unmanifested, you have made that realm similar to this realm. You do this subconsciously. You are not aware of the infinite possibilities that you are able to play with. You are also the creator of this universe, yet on a different, more restricted level. You will create a kingdom or a paradise, similar to what you might think heaven would be like. This kingdom or paradise, you will create with restrictions. You're able to do much more here than you're able to do in this life. Yet because you live in a realm that you've created, you're only able to achieve what you perceive to be possible. In time, you may come to realize that these possibilities are endless, just like in life. Yet when you're sitting in the unmanifested, it becomes much easier for you to understand and experience just how endless these possibilities are, if you have created time. When you finally do understand this, your kingdom will disappear. Another realm will be created that is much greater than what could be comprehended previously. This is the realm of the universe. It is the realm you are currently sitting in. It is the realm that I am currently sitting in. It is the realm that Mitchell is currently sitting in. Hi, Mitchell. Hey. It is everything that we can perceive, and it is everything that we cannot perceive. Basically, this new realm that appears is the realm of everything and nothing. The realm of all that is and all that is not. The kingdom could be thought of as sort of an artificial heaven that was created by a small mind. This is the heaven that you read about in the Bible, or the land of Mecca that you read about in the Quran. Don't get me wrong, this realm is probably beautiful, yet it was created by a conditioned soul from a restricted mind. Heaven can only be created once you have transcended your body and mind. Until then, it cannot even be comprehended. Even the most deepest, most real feelings of peace and love that we can experience here in this life don't even come close to the feelings that we experience once we come to that grand realization that we are the conscious being creating all of this. You are the creation and the creator. You are the teddy bear as well as the child that plays with it. You are the parents that bought that teddy bear for their child, and you are the company that manufactured that teddy bear. You are even the inventor of the teddy bear. This can be felt and experienced here in this life on a certain level, and it can even be understood to some extent. This can be felt and experienced here in this life to some extent, and can even be understood on a certain level. Yet the only way to completely understand it is to completely live it, to fully experience it. To not just become one with it, but realize you are it. You can be vibrating at the highest possible frequency that you can hear, and that would create a feeling of pure bliss. The most peaceful feeling one could ever imagine. Yet when you leave here and go back into the unmanifested, not only will you be able to control the vibrational frequency, but you are the vibrational frequency. Many people would disagree with this statement. Yet if this statement is not true, then that implies that the one consciousness that we are does not have complete free will over itself, when it in fact created free will. This would cause you to create a feeling of peace for yourself always. This feeling of peace is constantly being created and felt by the one consciousness. We are able to access it, yet not without practice. Remember, if you can understand this now, you will be able to create a realm for yourself with no restrictions or boundaries. You will no longer be an individual, but you will be all that is manifested, all that is unmanifested, and everything else that we cannot even begin to perceive or understand. This all I speak of is what many people call God. You have been given access to discover at least some of the secrets of the universe here. We have not left ourselves completely blinded. The amount of information that is accessed is just barely enough for us to see the truth. We were able to open the door just a crack. We were barely able to see what was inside, but we were still able to see what was inside. We're not completely sure what it was, but we can see it. We can feel it. The other side, or afterlife, was once understood to be a whole nother realm. Now we are beginning to understand that the other side is not another side at all, but is all that is and all that is not, everywhere. It's like sitting in a room with a blindfold on. You're aware that you're sitting in a room, but you're not aware that you're blindfolded. As you sit in this room, you begin to create images in your head as to what this room might look like. Keep in mind, you don't know you're blindfolded, so whatever you imagine the room to look like, that's what the room will look like. Anything that you imagine to be in the room, say furniture, pictures, will in fact be there. If you imagine the room to be very beautiful, then you will be sitting in a very beautiful room. You are the creator of this reality, however. Everything that you are creating with your mind is real. When you die, the blindfold is removed, and you come to realize that the room that you've been sitting in this whole time is much more beautiful than you could ever imagine. Then you start to look around. You've been here before. In fact, you knew what the room looked like the whole time. You just forgot. The room that you were imagining before was just that, your imagination. The room that you were creating before was just that, a creation. Almost like a dream. The room always looked like this, but you imagined it to look like something else. You create this reality as if you were blindfolded in that room. We can only imagine what is beyond all of this, yet at the same time, we can still see a very small portion of what is actually real. We create this reality for ourselves, yet most people don't believe this. They cannot acknowledge the blindfold. If we can acknowledge the blindfold, and at least admit that we are creating this reality for ourselves, then we will find that life becomes much more easier for us. There is so much more that we can understand. Although it is impossible for us to stop creating this reality, we must acknowledge that we are in fact creating it. I'm done, Mitchell.
No, you're not. Keep going.
No, I'm done.
You finished?
Yeah.
Yeah, you thought I'm
Before I leave, I want to introduce this little beauty to you. L. Ron Hubbard, Scientology, The Fundamentals of Thought. We're going to be listening to this little bad boy later.
Don't listen to that nonsense.
Could you follow that? Yeah. This can be felt and experienced to some extent in this life. You can even blah 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 blah. This can be felt and experienced here in this life, and can even be understood on a certain level. Fuck, now I said that, I forgot the next part. This can be felt and experienced here in this life, and can be... Wow, fuck, why can't I say that? This can be felt and experienced here in this life, and can be... This can be felt and experienced here in this life, and can be... Even the most real, most deepest feelings of peace and love that we can experience in this life don't even come close to the feelings we have. Once we come to the realization that we are the conscious something, yet it was created from a... Don't get me wrong. Don't get me... Another realm will be created that is much greater than what you can... Another realm will be created that is much greater than what... Wow, that fucking was like perfect. Damn, first take. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for the support, man. See, that's why I need you. You are able to do much more here than you are able to do in this life. Yet because you live in a realm that you've created, you are only able to do what you would believe. Damn it! I say that like I'm making it up on the spot, but I'm not. People will never know. Living with that, which you come to identify with as yourself, but is not the you that you think that you are. You come to fuck. Oh well, the first one was good. Living with that which you identify as... Living with that you Living with that which you identify as yourself, but is not the you that you think that you are. Fuck, this one's hard. All souls are one single consciousness, but are able to live and observe through different states of being if they so choose. This can be felt and experienced here in this life to some extent, and can even be felt on a certain... Fuck! Now the fridge is all loud! Damn it, fridge! Bam. That works, right?
It does.